So we got a bunch of Hot Toys updates, and I gotta say, this is Hot Toys on their head sculpt A game. Let's take a look. Hi everyone and welcome to 16 Figure Focus, and in this video we're going to talk about the fact that today, officially, on Hot Toys' official Instagram and Facebook, they put up a post all about updates, and these updates were specific to these three characters here, all about the head sculpts that they've updated. And to be honest, it's strange because we hadn't even seen Natalie Portman's Mighty Thor head sculpt. We hadn't actually seen the head sculpt yet. It wasn't like they announced the head sculpt and then they updated it. For example, they've done that for the Robert Pattinson Batman. They announced the figure, put up all the photos and promotional images on their Instagram and Facebook, and they had the Pattinson, it looked good and all that. A few weeks or months later, they put up an updated, better version. It had the hair messy and stuff like that, yada yada. They've done the same for Wenwu. They announced Wenwu, it was good. They announced the updates was better, and now it's out. But here, we never actually saw the Natalie Portman Mighty Thor head sculpt. We saw the Padme one, and I think this is better than the Padme one. And we'd never seen Letitia Wright's head sculpt for Shuri. We'd seen a previous one from the Black Panther solo film, but we hadn't actually seen this one yet. So these are more like announcements than updates. We saw the Tom Holland before. Anyway, so it was a post, and it had these updated images of these head sculpts. So what we have was the Tom Holland. This is the Tom Holland Peter Parker Spider-Man from Spider-Man No Way Home, and this is the classic kind of red and blue suit, the kind of iconic suit from the end of that No Way Home movie. So like everyone's excited with this, let's be honest. Then we had the Mighty Thor, or Jane Foster, basically Natalie Portman's image, and we'd never seen this before. And then we had Black Panther, or Shuri, and this is Letitia Wright's head sculpt, which the last Shuri head sculpt was good. I think this one's better. Again, let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. Not that I'm wrong, we can't really be, there is no right and wrong, but let me know if you disagree and you think the previous Shuri is better. But then again, this one isn't out yet. Hopefully it turns out like this. So we're going to look at these individually. Okay, so I want to look at this one first, because this one, this was good already, But I think what they've done, from what I can see, is they've toned down that kind of look. I know that a lot of people who got the quarter scale or were commenting on the quarter scale Spider-Man, I think it's the Homecoming quarter scale Spider-Man, the head sculpt was really good. I thought it was really good, but you see a lot of people, it looked like he had something, like marbles in his mouth or something like that. Now Tom Holland does have a kind of a strange expression, but it was definitely this, they've made it a lot subtler. You can still kind of see it, but that's the way his face looks, but it doesn't look like he has a toad in his mouth or something like that. This head sculpt was good to begin with. This is, I think, one of the best head sculpts that I've seen them do. Now, it's not out yet. It's a prototype. We might have some softening or some slippage, yada yada. We all know this. I'm not going to waste your time talking about that. But if it turns out like this, this is really good. And this is a big deal because we know they do very well with the older gentlemen. Okay? They do very well with the older gentlemen with wrinkles, or they do very well with the kind of alien characters who's they have like blue the blue face paint, or their character skin is blue, or Thanos is purple. But the kind of younger people, sometimes they struggle with. Maybe it's because there's not enough wrinkles, not enough definition there, there's not enough for them to kind of the sculpture to latch on to get that likeness right. But I think this is really, really impressive. Like, this is it's kind of in art quality or whatever. Is that like a silly thing to say, considering they only have one figure? But I've got that figure here, and it is noticeably really, 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 really good. The quality level is the realism, the lifelike. That's what I'm talking about. This here is, if it turns out like this, it's on that level. Like, it's just everything. There's just no rooted hair. That's the only difference I can see. And this sculpted hair looks pretty good. I'm really impressed by this. Basically, I'm really impressed by this. There's a few different angles of this. I actually love the suit. I love the suit anyway. I love the pop of the red and blue, and I like the way there's a bit of shine to it, and I like the Spider-Man logo, and I love the way they've got the neck piece right, that connector. So they have that, the bit of the material comes up more screen accurate instead of just having the suit stopping here and all neck here, because it's it's more screen accurate, and that's what they should be doing, because they kind of pride themselves on realism. Body proportions look good. I love this suit. I think it's great, and the base as well. The base, like it's almost like a Christmas decoration. You've got that kind of second like a red brick, I think it is, and then you've got like the snow on top of it like that. I think this looks very lifelike. The head sculpt, the proportions. I love the suit, but like, look, we're here really to talk about the head sculpt. That's Tom Holland every day of the week. That is, I think that's as close to 10 as you're gonna get. I really like it. Wow, like that looks, just with the shadow and stuff like that, and the lighting, that looks like a person. That looks like an actual human. It looks like a photo. And I don't know, is there anything else here that hasn't been seen already? I think it's just the head sculpt they updated, or have they? I think they maybe tweaked the proportions as well. Maybe let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And this is all the kind of stuff that comes with them. Right, so we're going to take a look now next at yeah, we're going to look at Jane Foster. I did not like this movie at all. I have no interest in getting any figures from this line, but I think this is a great head sculpt. I think out of the 3 that they've updated today, or the, you know, this or Shuri or Tom, this is, I suppose, probably the weakest, but then it makes it sound like I'm actually criticizing this figure, and I'm not. Like this is, I think this looks more like Natalie Portman than the Padme one. There, I said it. I think this is a better likeness to Natalie Portman, and she's a bit older obviously in this movie, because it's what, 20 years later. So if anything, they've been a bit kinder. Now, Natalie Portman is stunning. She still looks great, obviously. She's beautiful and very talented actress. This just, it looks like Natalie Portman to me. I think this has rolling eyes function. And I think the sculpted hair looks pretty good. But yeah, it's going to limit a bit of articulation unless it can bend out of the way. You got the seamless arms there as well. She's holding the kind of fixed Mjolnir. Obviously she's able to break the fragments out and reform the hammer. I thought that was pretty cool. Suit looks good. We know, basically they announced this figure and they just didn't show the head sculpt, and now they're showing the head sculpt. I think they've done a great job here. Like, I've seen some people kind of say that the eyes, or something about the eyes look a bit dead or something like that. Maybe she's a fixed stare, but you know, she's got rolling eyeballs function. Problem solved. I'm just really impressed with, I think they've come out swinging, to be honest. And like, they're going to have a bit, surely they're going to have a busy week. Celebration, I'm going to Celebration this weekend, and like you would imagine, like if they're smart, they'll capitalize on the hype of Star Wars Celebration, and they'll drop a few of those 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi figures that they said they would. If they don't do it now, they could do it at the end of Mando. Or if they don't do it at the end of Mando, they could do it May 4th. They've got ample opportunity. One way or another, we'll know within a month. It's like, yeah, literally, it's the 4th of April now. We'll know within a month anyway. Worst case scenario, you've got another month to wait for and see what they announce from Return of the Jedi. I'm guessing there's going to be a Vader and a Boba Fett, but like in other news, water's wet. There's probably going to be some 2.0s, reissues, whatever you want to call them. But hopefully to give us stuff new. I'm actually thinking about making a video on like, what kind of predictions do I think is going to happen? I think they're going to do an Akbar. I do think they're going to do an Akbar. Maybe with his chair and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, back to Jane Foster here. This looks like Natalie Portman to me. I think this is a very, very strong head sculpt. Like, if it turns out like this, how could I not give this a 9? If it's a solid 8 any day of the week, maybe a 9. I think maybe if I had to draw back a bit, it's the sculpted hair, but would you really want this with rooted hair? I think it'd be awful, because like she had she's a full head of hair. She's, you know, it's not like a short hair and it's just you can tie it up or something like that. If you want to have that hair down like this and around the back and it was rooted, I think it would potentially look like a Barbie. I think the sculpted hair, they're getting better at the sculpted hair. I think this is pretty good. I actually like the design, the suit and stuff like that, but yeah, for me, it's just, I didn't like the movie, so I'm not going to get it. But yeah, happy for those who are going to get this. I think like everyone was waiting. I think people who had pre-ordered this or were interested in this, I think they can kind of make a sigh of relief. What I think is funny is, if you look here, like look on the left and right of the pictures, right? So the Thor on the left with the chin, I don't think that's, and the Thor on the right with the chin, I don't think that's the same as the head sculpt here. She kind of has like a pointier chin, whereas more flat in the pictures on the right and left here. It's like they obviously just took the same promotional image and then just when they got this new head sculpt, took a photo of that and just photoshopped it there in place of the blurred out image and left these other ones in left and right because they don't look like Natalie Portman to me. Yeah, look, that fantastic. That's 2 out of 2, I think, and 2 very worthwhile updates. Or this is really an announcement in a way because we'd never seen it before. So that's that. Happy enough with that. I'm very happy with it. Actually, I think it looks super. Now, Black Panther or Shuri, based on Letitia Wright. First impressions, yeah, there's no mistaking that that's supposed to be Letitia Wright or Shuri. The suit's pretty cool as well. I don't have any Black Panther figures in my collection, and like I wasn't blown away by the movie. Like the last MCU movie that blew me away, that I really enjoyed, that I thought like that was a 5-star film, was No Way Home. And since then it's been disappointment after disappointment, or vanilla, won't watch again type of thing. Apart from Wakanda Forever, I did enjoy Wakanda Forever, just not on the same scale as No Way Home. But yeah, I think this head sculpt is great. The braided hair looks so natural. The lines in the hair as well, like that. The kind of short, kind of almost shaved hair around here looks really good. The expression looks good. Separate rolling eyeballs function. I think it's a super looking sculpt. I think they've done a great job here. And I do think it's stronger than the previous Shuri. And the previous Shuri was a very strong head sculpt. Kind of having a look at the suit again, so it's got like, it's not just a matte black, it has texture on the suit, and I presume it's kind of like the Black Panther suit. It absorbs kinetic energy and then it can be redistributed. So if you look at here, if you have like one of those special lights, it'll show the suit, what it can do, show all the designs up on the suit, but you can still actually see, if you look on the left, you can still see there is a design here, but when you shine that light on the suit, you can clearly see all the design. That's very impressive. You gotta say, Hot Toys there, like just that alone looks like super. And then of course you've got a lot going on the suit itself. You've got the gold and silver parts. Yeah, that's a cool looking figure, and to be honest, it'd be hard not to display it with the helmet, but that head sculpt is so strong. So I'd say that's 3 out of 3. That's 3 wins for Hot Toys, and hopefully they're just doing that to get this out of the way, and because they're going to finish the weekend strong as well. Hopefully with Star Wars Celebration they realize, okay, we got to give the nerds something, like those Star Wars fans. So yeah, that's the end of this video. 3 updates, 3 great looking updates. Yeah, that's it. So if you want to support the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. Let me know if you're picking any of these up or not. I want to hear your thoughts about these head sculpts. Do you think they've knocked them out of the park, or am I being far too kind to them? Because I think the 3 of them, I can see Tom Holland, Letitia Wright, and Natalie Portman in these any day of the week. I think they're 3 solid 8, if not 9. I think that Tom Holland is close to 10. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.